Leading people is hard. It's not about giving orders, it's about inspiring action. It's about understanding people. You need to know what motivates them. What are their dreams? What are their fears? Great leaders tap into these emotions. They connect with their team on a human level. This is the heart of effective leadership. But how do you become this kind of leader? How do you inspire instead of command? These questions have plagued managers for centuries. The answers, however, might be simpler than you think. Mark, an ambitious MBA student, felt lost. Despite his academic success, he couldn't shake the feeling of uncertainty that clouded his mind. The pressure of expectations weighed heavily on his shoulders, and he often found himself questioning his path. He aced his finance exams, consistently scoring at the top of his class. His peers admired his intellect and dedication, and his professors often praised his analytical prowess. He could analyze spreadsheets with the best of them, breaking down complex data into actionable insights. Numbers were his comfort zone, a realm where he felt in control and confident. But leading people, that was a different story. The thought of managing a team, inspiring others, and making tough decisions left him feeling overwhelmed and inadequate. One rainy afternoon, he found himself in Professor Davis's office. The rain mirrored his mood, a constant reminder of the storm brewing inside him. Davis was a retired CEO, known for his exceptional leadership. His office was a sanctuary of wisdom, filled with books and memorabilia from his illustrious career. "Professor," Mark confessed, "I don't get it." His voice trembled with vulnerability, a stark contrast to his usual composed demeanor. "I have all the technical skills, but I freeze when I have to lead." Davis smiled, a warm and understanding gesture that put Mark at ease. Leadership isn't about formulas, Mark. It's about people. Davis's words resonated deeply, challenging Mark's perception of what it meant to be a leader. He pulled a book off the shelf, its cover worn from years of use. The act was deliberate, as if he knew exactly what Mark needed. "The Way of the Shepherd," the cover read. The title intrigued Mark, hinting at a different approach to leadership. "This book taught me everything I know about managing people." Davis handed it to Mark, his eyes filled with the promise of newfound understanding. As Mark took the book, he felt a spark of hope, a sense that, perhaps with the right guidance, he could become the leader he aspired to be. The first secret, the book explained, was to know your sheep. This principle, though ancient, holds timeless wisdom for modern leadership. Just like a shepherd knows each sheep in his flock, a leader must know their team. This isn't just about recognizing faces or remembering names, it's about truly understanding the individuals who make up your team. This means understanding their strengths, weaknesses, motivations, and even their personal lives. Knowing what drives them, what challenges they face, and what they aspire to achieve can make a significant difference in how you lead. Mark thought about his team at his internship. He realized that he had been so engrossed in meeting deadlines and achieving targets that he had overlooked the importance of building personal connections. He barely knew their hobbies, let alone their career aspirations. He couldn't recall the last time he had a meaningful conversation with any of them outside of work-related topics. He realized he'd been so focused on tasks, he'd forgotten about the people performing them. Davis, his mentor, had always emphasized the importance of personal connections in the workplace. "It's about connecting on a personal level, Mark. Ask about their families. Learn about their goals." Davis's words echoed in his mind. He remembered how Davis would always take a few minutes to chat with team members about their weekends or their kids' soccer games. When you invest in them as people, they'll be more likely to invest in you as a leader. Mark decided to make a change. He started by organizing casual team lunches and encouraging open conversations. Slowly, he began to see a shift. His team members seemed more engaged, more motivated, and more willing to go the extra mile. The simple act of knowing his sheep had transformed his approach to leadership. The second secret was earn their trust. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, especially in a professional setting. Leaders build trust by being transparent, honest and fair. Mark recalled a time he'd taken credit for a colleague's idea. He cringed, realizing how that must have eroded trust within the team. Trust is a two-way street, Davis explained. You have to give it to receive it. Be vulnerable, admit your mistakes, and always give credit where credit is due. Section 5, Secret 3, Cast a Vision. The third secret, Cast a Vision, resonated deeply with Mark. He realized he'd been so focused on the day-to-day tasks, he hadn't communicated a clear vision for the team's work. People need to know why their work matters, Davis emphasized. Paint a picture of the future. Show them how their efforts contribute to something bigger than themselves. Mark started to envision how he could inspire his team. He could connect their work to the company's mission, showing them the impact they were making. Section 6, Secret 4, Protect your flock. The fourth secret, Protect your flock, highlighted the importance of shielding the team from unnecessary distractions and external pressures. Mark thought about the constant stream of emails and requests that bombarded his team. He realized he needed to be better at filtering information and advocating for his team's needs. A good shepherd shields his sheep from harm, Davis explained. This means protecting their time, resources and morale. Be their advocate. Fight for what they need to succeed. Section 7, Secret 5, Prepare for Sacrifice. The fifth secret, Prepare for Sacrifice, gave Mark pause. It wasn't about grand gestures, but rather the daily sacrifices leaders make for their teams. Davis explained, it's about putting your team's needs before your own. It's about working late to meet a deadline, even if it means missing dinner with your family. It's about making the tough calls, even when they're unpopular. Mark realized that leadership wasn't about glory. It was about service. Section 8, Secret 6, Lead from the Front. The sixth secret, Lead from the Front, resonated with Mark's desire to be a role model. Don't ask your team to do something you wouldn't do yourself, Davis advised. Roll up your sleeves and work alongside them. Show them that you're in the trenches with them. Mark pictured himself working side by side with his team, offering support and encouragement. He knew actions spoke louder than words. Section 9, Secret 7, Expect Great Things. The final secret, Expect Great Things, was about fostering a culture of high expectations and achievement. Believe in your team's potential even when they doubt themselves, Davis encouraged. Set high standards and challenge them to grow. Celebrate their successes and offer support during setbacks. Mark realized that great leaders don't just manage tasks, they cultivate potential. By setting high expectations and providing the right support, he could empower his team to achieve remarkable things. Section 10, The Legacy of a Shepherd Leader. In the world of business, leadership styles vary greatly, but few are as impactful as the shepherd leader. This chapter delves into the essence of such leadership, exploring its profound impact on both individuals and organizations. Mark left Professor Davis's office that day with a new perspective. The conversation they had was transformative, opening his eyes to a new way of thinking about leadership. It wasn't just about making decisions or directing others. It was about understanding the deeper responsibilities that come with leading a team. He finally understood that leadership wasn't about wielding authority, but about serving others. This realization was a turning point for Mark. He began to see his role not as a position of power, but as an opportunity to make a positive impact on those around him. He learned that true leadership is about empathy, support, and fostering a collaborative environment. It was about knowing your team, earning their trust, and inspiring them to achieve their best. Mark realized that to be an effective leader, he needed to build strong relationships with his team members. Trust was the foundation of these relationships, and it was something that had to be earned through consistent actions and genuine care. The way of the shepherd wasn't just a management philosophy, it was a way of life. This approach to leadership required a deep commitment to personal growth and the growth of others. It was about being present, listening actively, and providing the support needed for each team member to thrive. It was about leading with compassion, integrity, and a deep commitment to the growth and well-being of others. Mark understood that his actions and decisions would have a lasting impact on his team. By leading with integrity, he could create a culture of trust and respect, where everyone felt valued and motivated to contribute their best work. Mark knew this was the kind of leader he aspired to be, a leader who guided and inspired, not controlled. He envisioned a future where his leadership would be characterized by empathy, support, and a genuine desire to see his team succeed. This vision became his guiding principle, shaping his actions and decisions as he moved forward in his career. The legacy of a shepherd leader is one of lasting impact, where the focus is on nurturing and empowering others to reach their full potential.